This review is made possible by Napleton Mazda of Naperville. Napleton Mazda of Naperville offers a wide selection of Mazda products that will fit everyone's lifestyle. Start your new car search off right and visit them online at napervillemazda.com.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I am driving a 1998 Ford Escort. Up front is a 2.0 liter inline 4 and down below is a 4-speed automatic transmission. Now I'm super excited to be driving this here Ford Escort for two reasons. First of all, these seem to have a little bit of a cult following. Mainly the Escorts that got the Z-Tech engines, but I think this generation of Escort is pretty well loved. The second reason I'm so excited to be driving this here Escort is because way back in the day, when I first got my license, when I was 16 years old, I took a shop class at my high school and we had a manual 2-door Ford Escort as a shop car. And since then, I have not driven a Ford Escort ever since. So I'm very happy to be back behind the wheel. I've always had an interest in these little guys, and so I'm excited to share that with you today. But before we get on with the rest of the video, if you are interested in helping out the channel, there are some links in the description below for some products that go towards helping the channel. There is a suction cup license plate from Con Plates. There is a fixed OBD2 Bluetooth sensor to help diagnose your car issues, and there is Cash for Cars that helps you sell your vehicle quickly. Again, if you'd like to help out the channel, please click the links in the description below. Let's get on with the video. Let's get back to that 2.0 liter inline 4 under the hood, making 110 horsepower and 125 foot-pounds of torque. Now, there were two different 2.0 liters offered here in the 98 Ford Escort. You could get obviously this here single overhead cam 2-liter that made 110, but you could also get a dual overhead cam in the coupe, which is the Z-Tech motor that enthusiasts tend to enjoy. Revs a little bit better, a little bit quicker, a little bit more power, things like that, which is understandable. All right. Yeah, a second cam would be nice. This is not a fast car. However, when we talk about the weight, it's a fun car to drive. Like I said, paired to it is a 4-speed automatic transmission, which is actually a Mazda transmission. Granted, it is a late 80s, early 90s Mazda automatic transmission from the 323, Mazda MX-3, applications like that, but Ford used it up until 2004. So they definitely got their money's worth when they acquired Mazda by using their outdated transmissions. There was a manual version offered of the Escort, but of course this is not it. Last but not least, of course, the Escort is front-wheel drive, but I do want to touch on how light this car feels. That's something that's missing from modern economy cars, is that lightness. Because of so much safety equipment is required. You have to have a backup camera, blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, all these sensors and structural rigidity really make modern economy cars heavy. Not this. This is light. I'll put the actual pounds up on the screen and you really feel it in the handling. This thing is so chuckable. I feel like I could really put it into a corner. If I strip some weight out of it, I think it would actually kind of be fun on track. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 3 gauges. On the left is my fuel, in the center is my speedometer and odometer, and on the right is my coolant temperature. That's it. That's all I get. This is a very basic car, but as we'll talk about, it has some interesting features and lacking other features. Speaking of which, on the steering wheel, I just have my airbag, of course, and my cruise control. So while this car has manual windows, it actually has cruise control. Very odd features for a car. I would much rather have power windows than cruise control. Maybe that's just me. To the left of me, I have power mirrors. Again, another odd feature to add before you have power windows. But I do get power mirrors, and down below I have my gauge dimmer switch, and on the door I just have my little latch to get in and out and my crank for the window. Now this does have power locks run through the key fob, but I don't actually get a button inside the vehicle to lock up. So you can lock it with the key fob, but not from inside the car. Moving into the center, I have 2 little climate control vents. The radio has since been changed out because, like I say in all my 90s car reviews, 90s radios are for the most part garbage. And then we have have the climate controls. I do have a rear defrost, as well as, of course, where to send it, temperature and fan speed, and the AC is blowing ice cold today on this like 90-degree day, which is fantastic, and I'm pleasantly enjoying. Moving down to the center console, I have a little cubby and a 12-volt outlet, and then, of course, I have the cup holders. So we will do a big friggin' bottle test here in the 1998 Ford Escort, and it fails. Not only because the diameter of the cup holder is not large enough, but the climate controls come out far enough where even if it would fit in the cup holder, the climate controls would hit the top of the bottle, so it fails in two categories. Then we have the shifter. The shifter is very clunky Ford 90s style. Nothing really new here. And then we have the handbrake and some storage. The seats are okay. They're economy seats. They're decently comfortable, I guess. They're all right, but they are super, super 90s. I love the aesthetic of them. Just looking back, I mean, look at this filter. I mean, look at how great they look through this filter. They look period correct. They look super, super cool. But speaking of those seats, we do have back seats, so let's go do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 1998 Ford Escort, and honestly, I'm actually pretty impressed with the space back here. I actually fit as a 5'11" large boy. I fit pretty well back here. My knees are touching the seat slightly, but for an economy car, that's nearly impossible to find. My head, I could feel my hair touching the ceiling a little bit. I'm honestly very impressed with the back seat space back here. Of course, manual windows, and I get no other features back here. Not even a center console, but that's okay. Let's hop around and take a quick look at the trunk, and then we'll talk about the looks. All right, so around the back of the Ford Escort, I do have a trunk popper here on the key fob, which is very, very nice. Pop it open like that. Of course, these are the floor mats and such, but here's the trunk space. Really, really nice for A, an economy car, and B, a car this small. I'm actually pretty impressed with the trunk. You could fit a fair amount in here. Again, I would say on par with like a modern Mazda, which is absolutely awesome. I love American cars always do really, really good from that door line back. Great back seats, great trunk. Can we engineer a proper motor? Maybe, but really do love it from back here. Now we got to talk about the looks, and I don't know what it is, but I really like the look of this here Ford Escort. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on why. I like it, but I do. It's something sort of homey. You know what it's like? It's like when your nephew or cousin or child draws you a picture, and it's not very well done, but you love it because it's something that they created. It's unique. They didn't just print something off the internet for you. They spent the time, they spent the effort to draw you a little picture. That's how I feel about the exterior look of this car. It's not outwardly pretty. I don't think it's gonna win a design contest, but to me, it's pretty. I don't know why. Maybe those LASIK eye surgery commercials I keep hearing on the radio would be beneficial. But that's besides the point. Let's get to my final thoughts here on the Ford Escort. Well, the downsides is that it's slow, and it's not very well equipped. I have manual windows, it's an automatic transmission, and the interior smells like a Geo Prism, another economy car from the 90s that I've reviewed. But I love the spirit of the Escort. I love how light on its feet it is. I like the idea of a dual overhead cam with a stick shift. That would be super fun. This car was also sold under the Mercury Tracer badge, if you wanted a little bit more of an upscale Ford Escort. And I could see the appeal of that. If it retains the same light on its feet feeling with maybe power windows and, dare I say, leather. I think this is one of those cars that when my friends ask, oh, what have you reviewed recently? What have you been excited about? I'm gonna say the Ford Escort, and they're not going to understand why. And honestly, I can't really explain why I like this car so much. I can't explain why I've spent hours looking on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace for one. I don't really have an answer for you. And I know you're watching this YouTube video, and everyone online should always have the answer to everything. Today I don't. I don't have an answer for you. There's some things in this world you just like, and for the Ford Escort, I just like it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Naperville Mazda for letting me take out their used vehicle. This is one of their used inventory vehicles. They have tons of interesting and fun cars on the lot, as well as Mazdas. And everyone always thinks in these videos that I'm sponsored by or I'm getting money from the dealership. I am not. And actually, Naperville Mazda is an interesting case because I actually bought a car from them without any prompt. I actually gave them $23,000 last year. I am well in the hole with Naperville Mazda, but the reason I'm comfortable with that is because the service there has been absolutely awesome. Everyone I talk to at Naperville Mazda has a smile on their face and they're willing to help. I even brought by my 90-year-old Ford Model A yesterday, and the service guys talked to me about it. They were interested in the vehicle, and you just don't see that at all dealerships. People that actually care about cars. You know, a lot of other dealerships just have pencil pushers, and that's not who you want taking care of your ride. So I'm very thankful for Naperville Mazda. They're absolutely awesome, and I can't recommend them enough. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.